Welcome to another episode of the Marketing Madmen. Nick Constantino here with my boy Chris Williams, Elite Web Pros. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Doing excellent. How about yourself?
All right, man. So now a lot of the things that you were telling me along the way, I've seen how they've developed. I've seen how important Google My Business is and how sometimes you can cover up laps in other places by having strength somewhere, right? Bad search, the site's not organized the right way, but GMB, because of your brand reputation, somehow could supersede that. I think now it's holistically time to talk about how this all comes together. So I'm gonna throw out a couple of different tools, and I want you to go into why they're important and how crazy you are as a business owner to not have an idea of how it operates. And we're doing this because one of the things that I'm finding out as I get deeper in this and talk to more people and more people ask for advice, they want to get to the point where they turn on Facebook and make $1 million, not understanding that if their structure and their site isn't sound and that their tag manager and their search console and that you're not giving inputs. Again, unfortunately, AI has made the world want these amazing outputs without talking about the inputs required to make these things happen.
And they make it sound like it's easy.
And it's not easy. And if it was easy, then Google wouldn't do it. Google wants control. Meta wants control. The easy to make it control is always make it changing and making it hard to do so the barrier to entry is high. That's how you keep control of an ecosystem, right? So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but just talk about how important Google Analytics is, not to see how many people clicked, because I think that's even before universal analytics, but talk about how much those page views, how much the sessions, how much the time spent on, how much time the bounce rate.
It's funny that we're talking about this now because when we had our first conversation 3 years ago, I talked about the importance of having Google Analytics on the website now, and I had, my ideas that people may not agree with on how the reason why I felt like Google is looking at your website data in your analytics to determine what people are doing when they land on your website to determine if they want to continue to send website traffic to you. Now that's been confirmed.
Yes, the reason behind it is because Google wants you to spend as much time with them as possible.
Their job is to answer the question, so they want to make sure that when you ask a question, they get you get the best answer.
But you have to play by their rules to do so.
Correct.
And that's where they got their monopoly. Correct. Like there's no other way. Even you could be the best site in the world, but if you just like, oh, I'm not going to follow Google's rules, you're dead. And
so as a business owner, your job is to keep, when someone lands on your website for a keyword, your job is to make sure that that keyword answers that question, that intent that they're trying to have, so that they will then either call your phone, because Google can see if you have analytics, they can see that they called, or they can see they clicked through and gone to the next page and gotten that information. What has also been uncovered, which no one talks about, is that they're also looking at page authority and your link authority based off of if they actually click on the link. So even when you get a link from another person's website, the link is less valuable if no one ever clicks on your link from that page.
For sure.
Then it's not valuable. So now it's not only are the analytics, we're talking about analytics, they're tracking what happens through Chrome and analytics, what's happening on the website to make sure that the experience that they're providing for their customer, which is people searching on Google, is ideal.
And